So if your automation team is sitting around with little to do, and you've got this empty backlog of no use cases to automate, or maybe you just think there's not enough automation opportunities, or your business isn't suitable for automation. Perhaps you're thinking that only an automation expert can help you uncover where these use cases are. But what if you had a simple solution to easily draw out all the best automation opportunities that are existing all throughout your company, and you could generate a massive pipeline of work? So in this video, we're going to cover how you can quickly uncover a long list of automation use cases, how quickly you can assess their suitability for different intelligent automation technologies, and also how to find the best opportunities for your team to pursue, which are fast to implement and can deliver the highest savings. These are what are called the quick wins. They're the holy grail of accelerating automation projects. These things are quick to implement due to their low complexity, but they also deliver massive benefit and can put the points on the board so that your team can build a fast track record and build confidence throughout the whole business that your team can deliver. So it's really important that you start well so that you can build that momentum, people can see what you're delivering, and then more teams in your business can come forward with other requests for your automation services. So with just a few techniques and tools, you'll be surprised how many automation opportunities are hiding in the departments and the teams all around you. Hi guys, I'm Tony, Lead Automation Analyst at Lean.ia, the Lean Intelligent Automation Company. And these videos were created to simplify intelligent automation for professionals and business leaders to level up your knowledge in intelligent automation so that you're empowered to optimize your business and discover new technologies in a leaner and accelerated way. So if you're looking to accelerate your projects and programs, hit that subscribe button so that you get notified every time I release a new video, and make sure you click on the notification bell as well. So let's take a look at a few metrics here. So I was reading that 72% of businesses are using low-code automation tools like RPA, robotic process automation, and there are about 200 RPA software to choose from. And I'll put a link in the description below. There are hundreds of automation suitable use cases throughout your entire business, no matter what industry you're in, and maybe more so depending on the size of your company. So to uncover these opportunities, there's only about 8 characteristics of a process which makes it suitable for automation. And to find out more details about that, you can click on the RPA Essentials video to learn more. But essentially it's processes which are repeatable, which are obviously computer-based, and they have logical rules and decisions. But when you get out there and you start working with different staff teams, you can quickly assess hundreds of processes in just a matter of hours of different workshops. So identify exactly which processes your automation team should be focusing on. So the first thing you want to do is work with teams to list the processes that they have and the tasks and activities that they do. Perhaps a team manager has a list of business processes for tracking performance and work productivity. So take a look at that. And then if you're lucky, the teams may have processes documented for in training manuals and work instructions. So that's useful to build that list. Then once you have the list, you can use a checklist template where you can score each process against the 8 different characteristics. And this is just a simple table where you have the process names, a brief description of what that process does and the purpose of the process. And then all you do for each process is rate from 1 to 5. And I've put a matrix here which you can use to keep the scores consistent when you're going between different teams. It may be useful to actually look at any documentation like how-to guides and training instructions on the process so that you can score the process yourself and give the team a starting point that they can then go and tweak and edit in your workshops. So the next step, like I've said, so you've attempted to score each process, and now you set up your workshops and you get that feedback from the team on if your scores are correct or if they would change it in any way. It's a good place to get further context on what that process is and where the issues lie. But in just a short workshop, you can go through a fair amount of processes in a half hour to an hour session with a blank sheet. And just a side note, if the team that you're working with are new to automation, which most likely they will be, it's best to explain what you mean by each of the criteria in your checklist. And you can click on the link below to learn more about each characteristic. And why I say set up a workshop, because workshops are so much better than one-to-one conversations or interviews. A workshop encourages discussion and it helps you to get a more accurate assessment because you're having other people sense check what others have said. So using this technique in a workshop is a very quick and easy way, and it shouldn't really take more than an hour to get through about up to 20 to 30 processes in one time. It should be very quick, a quick scan through and an introduction to what you're doing and how your process works. So make sure that any conversations that do run away and start solutionizing, you just bring them back onto the topic of discussion, which is filling out this checklist. Hopefully you've allowed yourself enough time, not just to fill out the checklist scores, but also to collect some of the metrics for the process, like the volume. How much work volume does each process have in, say, a month? And how much time does it take to complete one iteration of that process? And this will help you to understand the amount of effort that process takes. The next step is reviewing the results. Now that you've collected all this data on 20, 30, 50 processes, maybe hundreds of processes, if you've been speaking to multiple teams, you'll be able to use that scoring mechanism to shorten that list to see exactly which processes are suitable for automation. So now you're going to review the results, and with any luck, you've spoken to multiple teams. You've collected data on hundreds of processes if you've spoken to multiple teams. At a high level, you can see which are suitable for automation and which processes aren't worth spending time on. So I use this exact same technique to run different workshops with several different teams and departments because we weren't sure what team to start with, and we collected hundreds of processes that we assessed. We were able to skim off the top the most suitable processes for automation, and then we just targeted the teams which had the most amount of suitable processes. So I think it took us a matter of weeks to uncover millions of pounds of savings from automation. I just use the Linear Analyzer app where I upload my spreadsheet of data, and then it analyzes it for me and shows me which teams to focus on first. So if you want to learn more about that app and how to use it, we'll put some information in the links below. So whether you're focusing on just one team, multiple teams in one department, you can repeat this process and collate data, new teams and new departments until you've scanned the entire company. And then if you were to scan the entire company with this process, you would be confident that you have found the best process in the best teams in the best department. And with this simple technique and tool, you can shortlist the best of the best of the best. Now that you've got your long list of automation suitable use cases, what's called the automation catalog, now let's find the best opportunities for you to shortlist. So as you can see here, I'm using our analyzer. I've uploaded the spreadsheet data and it's showing me the list of automation suitable use cases. And I'll just put a score here of of 20, so I can just get the best processes that are easy to implement. What I like about this feature is the Pareto chart. This shows me the handful of processes that the business is spending 80% of their time. So as you can see, surprisingly, it's only a handful of tasks that they're spending most of their time on for this team. And so what I use is this bubble chart, and you can create this on Excel, and we can show you how to do that. But this bubble chart is a way to prioritize which process or which team to start with. So I've uploaded all the data from different teams and departments into this. It's telling me that these processes here are the best processes to start on because they're low complexity, so they're very easy and quick to develop, but they're also high benefit, so they're going to deliver a massive amount of benefit, time savings, financial savings, efficiency, etc. So these are the best places. This is the best place to start. So this team is what we're going to focus on. So like I say, if you want to learn about how to build this bubble chart in Excel using the data that you've collected on the processes, make sure you subscribe and click on that button so you get notified when we've launched that video. Now that I've found the best team to focus on from the data that I've gathered from all the teams that I've spoken with, now we can dive into that team to look at the processes in more detail. So now I've gathered more data on the processes on that team. Now I've plugged that data back into our analyzer, and as you can see, yet another bubble chart, but now this is on the process level. And so which processes? So this cluster of processes here is the best place that I'm going to start automating. So we've created a shortlist of the best processes in the best team in the best department. So I'm confident that we're going to get these automated with ease and make ourselves look like superstars. Okay guys, so we've talked about how you find an automation solution and the different characteristics. And we looked at an easy to use tool, the checklist tool, to assess suitability. We use some bubble charts to find the best processes and the best team. So guys, thanks for watching another video. And if you're really loving these videos, I'd really love if you can like that button. And don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified every time I release a new video. If there's anything that you're struggling on or anything that you found quite interesting, but you want to learn a little bit more. So guys, keep optimizing, keep discovering, and you take care.